Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into my Goody Haul report for the last week of April of 2012. Today is Monday, April 23rd, and I have yet again another smaller Goody Haul to report this week. Just have not been able to find too many interesting items on the store shelves. In fact, I've been ordering online more often recently. And I guess all those unboxing videos have been compensating for the smaller Goody Hauls. And with the lack of interesting items or new items on the store shelves that I've been able to find, my collecting habit focus has kind of shifted a little bit. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But let's go ahead and get started with what I've been able to find at retail since the last report. And we have here some comic books I've been able to pick up in the last week or so. I believe I have some other newer books, but those were already read and put into the rest of my older comics, so I don't want to go ahead and dig out those. We'll just go ahead and focus on these. We have here Avengers vs. X-Men issue number 2 that I was able to pick up. And continuing with that storyline, I was able to pick up the Avengers number 25. And also Wolverine and the X-Men number 9. And some other books. I got Nightwing, latest issue number 8. That's, I guess, the start of the Night of the Owls storyline that's going throughout probably the Bat titles. And I decided to go ahead and pick up the older issues of Justice League and start reading that series from DC. And here's number 4. And also I was able to pick up Invincible Iron Man number 515 here. And it looks like I got a free sampler of the Avengers here. John Romita Jr.'s art here. And it looks like the comic shop put one of their overstocked comics. It looks like they had to rip the cover off in order to give this out for free. Looks like it was Legion of Superheroes number 2. Looks like I had extra issues of and decided to give out for free there. And here is the start of the Night of the Owl storyline in Batman number 8. And some more of back issue pickups, Justice League number 5. And number 6. Number 7. And number 8. So I've been picking up a lot of the older, not really older, but I guess previously released issues just to catch up on some titles there. So that's some of the books I was able to pick up in the last week. Okay. Some items I was able to pick up at a Dollar Tree. I was able to find some of the Green Lantern figures, the movie figures, 4-inch scale figures. For $1, and which is not too bad, especially considering the constructs here and of course the rings. And I was able to pick up a vase here, as well as a Max Charge Kilowog on there, and a Battle Axe Hal Jordan, and that one looks like a nice construct to use there. And I did pick up a few more, but those went to Munchkin number 2. I don't know where they went. And, excuse me. At a Toys R Us, I was able to pick up a few more Hydra soldiers here. I was able to find the variant Attack Trooper here in the comic color green. And then the Attack Trooper here in the movie color green. And these were $9.99, I believe, at Toys R Us. They increased the prices for their 4-inch figures to about $10. So But it's good to increase my Hydra army there. So got those. And speaking of armies, I was also able to pick up another Manhunter robot. So this makes, I don't know, I think 14 now of these guys. And I'm also accumulating an army of Archilo-torsos. I have quite a few of those as well. So, but whenever I could see a Manhunter robot on clearance, I'll go ahead and pick it up. And this was at Toys R Us for $11. And I was also able to pick up this at the comic shop. This is I guess a DC Direct Superman, classic Silver Age Superman action figure of Perry White, and this was on sale for only $3.99. And while Perry White is a nice figure, that's not what really attracted me. I really like this replica of the Daily Planet building, and I thought that was actually cool. And for $3.99, I thought it was worth it, even just for the building there. And also, you got a nice Daily Planet newspaper replica there. So, and also a stand, so a Superman stand. So I thought, you know, for $3.99, that's a really great deal. So I went ahead and picked this up. Now, I found a couple interesting items on clearance at Target. And very cool, and it's something I had always kept my eye on but never really wanted to spend the money on, but they finally went on clearance, and that's the Redikai I guess gaming system. I guess it's supposed to have been a card gaming system that didn't do too well because it's on clearance now. It looks like it didn't sell well, but the gaming cards are like lenticular, I believe, and they have motion into them when you move the figures around. But I wasn't really interested in the cards, but more the figures. And you can see here, this particular figure is a Metanoid. It looks very robotic, and it has what looks like a decent articulation points. You got hinged swivel joints at the shoulders and elbows, and looks like the hips and knees, and that's about it. And also probably a ball jointed head, I think. But it looks pretty neat, generic enough to be an army builder in whatever universe. They look like they stand about 3 3/4 inches tall, maybe a little bit shorter. But I thought they were always pretty neat, but they were a bit expensive for what I wanted to pay at the time. It says here it was $9.99, but I never saw it at $9.99. I always saw it like at $7 or $8. But these went on clearance several times. You can see multiple layers of clearance stickers there, and they finally went down to about $3, and that's when I decided to pick them up. And like I said, I got these Metanoids because they look pretty decent, robotic type of alien army builders, and I ended up getting 3 that I could find. But not only that, but I found what looked like a super huge sized Metanoid, a gold Metanoid. That was what here says $15.99, which I believe was more accurate. But clearance down to $4.78, and this looks like it has similar joints as the smaller version, just bigger scale. And for $4.78, I don't see why not. And you can see the lenticular card. I probably don't have any interest in any of the cards. Like I said, really for the figures. And I think these make generic baddies and for army building. I thought they're kind of neat. You got this big gold leader and these silver minions here. But they not only the robotic Metanoid, they also had this gold Bruticon. It looked like some beast of a figure. And they also have a smaller scale version, just a regular Bruticon here. And these look like almost Skrull-like figures, but not really Skrulls. But they look generic alien enough. And you can see on there. And these guys do have gimmicks. They're like light up gimmicks. You can see this one has a bright light. Well, this one lights up a lenticular display there. And I thought these, for the price, reduced price to $3, make great army builders there. So pretty neat, and glad to have found them at Target. And I plan to visit a few more Targets to see if I can get more of these guys. They also have different other figures in that Redikai line that looks like it's not doing too well. And like I said, I plan to visit a few more Targets to see if I can find more on clearance. Now, this past weekend I did return to the San Francisco Bay Area because the previous week I went ahead and picked up the Super Street Fighter 4 Play Arts figure of Chun-Li. And if you've seen the video I posted last week, I was actually in the middle of doing a casual peek into this, and I had opened it up and found out that my particular figure had two of the same calves. I think it was two right calves on the figure, and I wasn't really happy, so I went ahead this weekend and we went back to the San Francisco Bay Area, me, the Munchkins, and wife one and only. She wanted to go this time, and I went ahead and got this here and got it exchanged. So, and looked over the figures just to make sure it wasn't a company-wide problem with the shins or the calves duplicated, and was able to find one here. So I got it exchanged for that. And when I got this, not this particular figure, but the first one, I was really getting interested in the imported figures from Japan. And this is where my shift in collecting focus is going to begin, because with the lack of any neat items or recent items on the store shelves, I've started to look more into the imported figures from Japan and or other countries, and particularly in Japan, lines such as Play Arts Kai from Square Enix, and SH Figure Arts, and Figma figures. It really caught my attention, and it was last week. I spent most of the last week just looking at figures online, and it really has my interest. And while we were in the San Francisco Bay Area this past weekend, I decided to hit up some stores, especially in Japantown. And the week before, we couldn't go to Japantown with me and the Munchkins because it was blocked off. I didn't know why, but I found out from wife one and only last week that they were having their cherry blossom festival over there, and that's the reason why she wanted to go this time. So we went to Japantown there, and there's a shop, actually there's a couple shops in Japantown that cater to these figures from Japan. And I looked into them, and I really am interested in this. And while I was in Japantown, I did pick up a few things. I did pick up this here. And this is an issue of Denki Hobby. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this was in the bookstore in Japantown. Kinuya, I think, bookstore. I can't pronounce that correctly. And this is an interesting magazine. It's entirely in Japanese. And this cost me, I think, a total of $27 for this particular issue. And it's this particular magazine primarily focuses on Gundam, which I have very little knowledge of, and not too much interest in. But it does have other information on some of the figures that I am interested in, such as Kamen Rider, and I've been really interested in the Kamen Rider line when I was looking into these figures, and I had practically no knowledge of Kamen Rider other than that they existed. But doing more research, I was able to find out that there's been actually 20 different versions of Kamen Rider series going back to the 70s. And just to start off, I thought I'd focus on just one particular line of Kamen Rider, and that's the Ryuki series. And I've been having a lot of fun gaining some knowledge on Kamen Rider Ryuki. I've been watching episodes on YouTube, and with Munchkin number 2, he likes it as well. And fortunately, they have the episodes there. Someone has, looks like most of the 50 episodes on YouTube. Unfortunately, of course they're in the original Japanese, but they're subtitled in a language I'm not familiar with, so a lot of the time I have no knowledge of what they're talking about, especially in a lot of the dialogue-heavy scenes. But we can get the gist of the idea. Mainly, me and Munchkin number 2 are having a lot of fun watching that. So, but really looking into both the SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Ryuki line, which looks like they have about 3 or 4 figures now, and also in the Figma line, where they released looks like 13 Kamen Rider Ryuki Kamen Riders, and actually they're based off of the Dragon Knight, which was the US adaptation of that. So, but really having a lot of fun starting to collect those lines. Oh, and by the way, this was included with the magazine. I guess that's why it was $27. This is a Gundam model kit here, 1/44 in scale, I guess, over here. And this is actually my very first Gundam kit. Like I said, I have very little experience with Gundams, and I don't know if I'm going to get into Gundams, but I guess this will be a good starting point. I understand this is not one of the complex ones, but really simple Gundam kits, so it'll be interesting to put that together. Now, while I was doing my research on these SH Figure Arts, I remember that Toys R Us was selling the SH Figure Arts of the, I guess, Power Rangers, or in Japan, I guess it's Shikinger. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I was able to pick up this here at Toys R Us. This was Shinken Red, or the Red Power Ranger there. And this is my very first SH Figure Arts figure, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. And it looks very, very nice. It's very articulated, I noticed while doing my research on these figures. And lots of accessories too. And this was $34 at Toys R Us, and I cannot find the Shinken Gold. I remember seeing it at Toys R Us, but never really picked it up. And it looks like I guess the case pack ratios of the Shinken Gold to Shinken Red is a lot smaller, and gonna have to continue looking to find Shinken Gold. And I found out that the rest of the team were Japanese exclusive, or web exclusive, so to get the rest of the team of this is going to be pretty difficult and pretty expensive. Just looking at some searches online, I found that they are quite expensive. And but if I want to complete the team, I'm pretty sure I will. I know Munchkin number 2 would want me to complete this team. He's a big fan of the Power Ranger Samurai line, and he is asking me to see if I can complete the team, and I'll have to see about that. But while I was in Japantown, I was looking for some Kamen Rider Ryuki specific stuff. There weren't too many, but I was able to find this one here, and that's the Kamen Rider Oja set. And I haven't watched too many episodes of Ryuki yet. I think I'm like at episode 9, and Oja does not appear until later, so I don't know how he fits into the storyline. I just know that he is a bad guy. And you can see here, this is another SH Figure Arts figure set. And just look at all the hands on there. It's actually quite neat. And you can see the figure here, and he has his sword vent there, and his, I guess, staff there. And pretty interesting figure. I can't wait to get this guy open as well. And you can see the mirror, shattering mirror, which is a theme throughout Kamen Rider Ryuki there. And look forward to get the other figures. I just probably have to go online most of the time. In fact, I've already ordered a couple other figures from the Figma line and the SH Figure Arts line, and you'll probably see those unboxings as soon as they arrive. So, but been having a lot of fun. Shifted focus onto different theme, a little bit away from the normal figures that I collect, but I'm not abandoning it completely. I'm just shifting a little bit while the mini drought that is occurring at the moment as far as figures are concerned over here. This is my casual peek into my Goody Haul report for the last week of April of 2012. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.